Hello there, and welcome back to Wise Elderly Tips, where we care deeply about your health and independence. Today, I'm going to share something that might shock you. Something happening right in your kitchen that could be silently affecting your health without you even realizing it. You might be surprised to learn that reheating the wrong types of food can quietly harm your health, especially as you get older. It can weaken digestion, increase inflammation, and even affect your memory and balance without you realizing it. These risks are backed by studies focusing on how certain reheated foods impact seniors over time. At first, reheating leftovers may seem harmless, but some common foods when reheated lose their nutrients or turn into substances that quietly strain your heart, blood sugar, or joints. Key systems that keep you strong and independent after 65. What if I told you that the simple act of reheating yesterday's dinner could be silently working against the medications you take and the healthy habits you maintain? For seniors especially, making informed choices about leftovers isn't just about taste. It's about protecting the strength, clarity, and independence you've worked so hard to maintain. In today's video, I'll reveal 3 foods you should never reheat again, no matter how convenient it seems, and 3 foods that actually become more beneficial when reheated properly. By the end, you'll understand exactly how to make your meals work for, not against, your health and longevity. If you're watching this video and want to protect your health one meal at a time, type 1 in the comments below to let me know you're with me. If you find these insights helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button to join our Wise Elderly Tips community. Now let's start with the good news. Foods that actually benefit from being reheated. You'll be pleased to know that some of your favorites might be on this list. Let's begin with oatmeal. Truly a warm embrace for the mind and body. Martha, a 72-year-old viewer from Ohio, once told me she couldn't understand why some mornings she felt clear-headed and energetic, while other mornings left her feeling foggy and sluggish. The difference? It turned out to be how she prepared her morning oatmeal. When oatmeal is cooked, cooled, and then reheated, something remarkable happens to its structure. The cooling process creates what scientists call resistant starch, a type of fiber that resists digestion in the small intestine and instead ferments slowly in the large intestine. This gradual fermentation creates short-chain fatty acids that nourish brain cells and support cognitive function. Many seniors believe that instant oatmeal packets provide the same benefits as properly cooked and reheated steel-cut oats. Unfortunately, highly processed instant varieties often spike blood sugar rather than providing the steady, sustained energy your aging brain needs. Try preparing a larger batch of steel-cut oats early in the week. Refrigerate portions and gently reheat them with a splash of water or milk each morning. The resistant starch formed during cooling and reheating helps stabilize blood sugar, improve memory, and even enhance mood throughout your day. Now that we've discovered how reheated oatmeal can protect your brain and energy levels, let's explore another powerful food that becomes even more beneficial when warmed a second time. Let's talk about brown rice, truly the foundation for strength and stability as we age. Consider Robert, who at 78 found himself increasingly unsteady on his feet despite his regular walking routine. His doctor suggested looking not just at exercise, but at the foundation his diet was providing. Brown rice, unlike its refined white counterpart, retains its nutrient-rich bran and germ layers. These are natural powerhouses of fiber, B vitamins, magnesium, and selenium, nutrients the aging body deeply craves. Similar to oatmeal, when brown rice is cooked, cooled, and gently reheated, it develops beneficial resistant starch that releases energy slowly without overwhelming your pancreas or causing jarring blood sugar spikes. Many believe that all carbohydrates are harmful, especially for seniors managing diabetes or weight concerns. However, the resistant starch in properly reheated brown rice actually helps improve insulin sensitivity and feeds beneficial gut bacteria linked to better immunity and reduced inflammation. Prepare a large batch of brown rice, cool it completely in your refrigerator, then reheat portions with a splash of water. This process maximizes the formation of resistant starch and makes nutrients more bioavailable. Add a small amount of healthy fat like olive oil to further slow digestion and enhance nutrient absorption. While brown rice strengthens your foundation from within, our next food offers something equally powerful, a gentle, healing warmth that works wonders for inflammation and immunity. Vegetable soup. I like to call it liquid gold for inflammation and immunity. Janet, 83, noticed that her arthritis pain seemed to ease significantly on days following her Sunday soup dinners. It wasn't until she started reheating the leftovers throughout the week that she connected the dots. When vegetable soups, especially those rich in colorful vegetables, beans, and aromatic herbs, are cooled and reheated, something remarkable happens. The plant compounds continue to release into the broth, creating a more potent anti-inflammatory effect. The soluble fiber becomes more bioavailable, and certain nutrients actually become easier for aging digestive systems to absorb. Many believe that soup loses its nutritional value when reheated. In reality, the gentle warming process can actually enhance the bioavailability of certain compounds, particularly carotenoids and other antioxidants that fight the oxidative stress associated with aging. Create nutrient-dense soups with vegetables like carrots, tomatoes, leafy greens, and anti-inflammatory spices such as turmeric and ginger. Cool completely before refrigerating and reheat portions slowly on the stovetop rather than using high heat in the microwave to preserve nutrients while enhancing their bioavailability. Now that we understand which foods benefit from reheating, let's turn our attention to something equally important. 3 common foods that may be quietly undermining your health when reheated, starting with one that might surprise you. First on our never reheat list is cooked mushrooms. Consider James, who couldn't understand why his digestion seemed upset on certain days despite eating what he considered healthy foods. The connection? It was the days he reheated his mushroom stir-fry leftovers. Mushrooms are rich in complex proteins that are beneficial when fresh but can be altered by heat. When mushrooms are cooked initially, these proteins change structure. However, when cooled and reheated, these same proteins can denature further, potentially becoming difficult for older adults with more sensitive digestive systems to process efficiently. Many people believe mushrooms are always healthy regardless of how they're prepared. The truth is that improper storage or reheating at low temperatures can allow bacteria like Clostridium botulinum or Listeria to proliferate, especially in mushrooms sautéed in butter or oil. Instead of reheating mushroom dishes, enjoy them fresh in the initial cooking. If you prepare mushroom-containing meals, separate the mushrooms from portions you'll save for later, or plan to eat mushroom dishes completely in one sitting. While mushrooms might seem like an innocent everyday food, there's another breakfast staple that poses even more surprising risks when it meets the microwave a second time. Let's talk about scrambled eggs. Elizabeth, a 70-year-old grandmother, noticed increasing bloating and discomfort after breakfast. She was surprised when her doctor suggested looking at her habit of reheating yesterday's scrambled eggs. When eggs are freshly cooked, they offer high-quality protein, essential amino acids, choline for brain function, and vitamin D for bone support. However, when eggs cool and are later reheated, their proteins undergo additional structural changes. These proteins, once gentle and digestible, become more rigid and harder for aging digestive systems to break down. Many believe protein-rich foods like eggs are always beneficial, regardless of preparation method. However, when eggs, particularly those fried or scrambled with oils, are reheated, their fats and cholesterol can oxidize, creating substances that may contribute to inflammation and arterial damage, especially concerning for seniors managing heart conditions. Prepare only the amount of eggs you'll consume immediately. If you need quick protein options for later meals, consider alternatives like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or boiled eggs that can be enjoyed cold rather than reheated. While eggs might be surprising, our final food is perhaps the most beloved yet potentially problematic when it comes to reheating, especially for seniors concerned about steady energy, clear thinking, and strong circulation. White potatoes, the comfort food that quietly betrays. William, 75, couldn't understand why he felt so tired after lunch on certain days, or why his blood sugar readings seemed more erratic despite taking his medication as prescribed. The culprit? His reheated mashed potatoes. White potatoes, when freshly cooked, already have a high glycemic index, causing sharp spikes in blood sugar. But when cooked, cooled, and then reheated, especially with added butter, oil, or cream, their starch structure changes in ways that can exacerbate insulin resistance and trigger inflammatory responses affecting blood vessels, nerves, and even brain function. Many believe all starchy foods behave similarly when reheated. However, unlike oats or brown rice, which develop beneficial resistant starch, white potatoes' starch structure changes in ways that can be more problematic for blood sugar control and inflammation, particularly challenging as our bodies naturally become less adept at managing these processes with age. Instead of reheating white potatoes, consider substituting with sweet potatoes, which maintain more stable blood sugar effects and contain powerful antioxidants. If you do eat white potatoes, enjoy them freshly prepared and in appropriate portions alongside protein and fiber to moderate their glycemic impact. Understanding these potential dangers in everyday leftovers reveals a broader principle. Not everything in the refrigerator deserves a second heating. But what does this mean for your daily life and long-term health as you age? I understand that changing long-established habits around food can feel challenging. Perhaps you've been reheating scrambled eggs for breakfast or enjoying leftover mashed potatoes for years without realizing the potential impact on your energy, comfort, and even cognitive clarity. This isn't about fear, it's about empowerment through knowledge. Rather than seeing these changes as restrictions, consider them as opportunities to make your meals work harder for your health. Every time you choose to prepare fresh eggs instead of reheating yesterday's breakfast, you're making a conscious decision to support your digestive comfort and heart health. Each time you opt for reheated oatmeal instead of reheated white potatoes, you're choosing sustained energy and brain support over potential inflammation and fatigue. This week, I challenge you to make just one change based on what you've learned today. Perhaps prepare a batch of oatmeal or brown rice that you can reheat throughout the week. Or maybe commit to enjoying mushrooms and eggs fresh rather than as leftovers. Notice how your body responds, the subtle shifts in energy, digestion, and overall well-being. Remember, these choices don't require dramatic lifestyle overhauls. Simple, mindful decisions about which foods to reheat can significantly impact how you feel day to day. The goal isn't perfection. It's making informed choices that support your vitality, independence, and joy as you continue to embrace life's opportunities. Today we've discovered that oatmeal, brown rice, and vegetable soup become more beneficial when reheated, supporting brain health, stable energy, and reduced inflammation. Conversely, mushrooms, scrambled eggs, and white potatoes can potentially undermine your health when reheated, affecting digestion, heart health, and blood sugar stability. I'm curious, which of these insights surprised you the most? Was it the potential risks of reheating mushrooms, or perhaps the benefits of reheated oatmeal? Comment below with the number 1 if you're planning to incorporate more reheated oatmeal or brown rice into your routine, or number 2 if you're committing to enjoying eggs and mushrooms fresh rather than reheated. If you found today's information valuable for your health journey, be sure to subscribe to Wise Elderly Tips, where we share science-backed strategies to help you maintain your independence, vitality, and joy throughout your golden years. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our daily videos designed specifically for your well-being. Thank you for joining me today in this important conversation about nourishing your body wisely. Remember, every meal is an opportunity to strengthen your health from within. Until next time, this is your host from Wise Elderly Tips, wishing you vibrant health, sustained energy, and joyful independence. See you in our next video.